Hi everyone. Today we are going to present on the topic of a bibliometric analysis, the global trend of ethical leadership in Scopus database from the year of 1974 to 2020. We would like to start our presentation with the introduction. So in introduction, we are going to define what is ethical leadership. So ethical leadership is defined as the aspect of moral in leaders' behavior. The leader's behavior is not only concerned in the organization, but as well in the personal action in their personal life. Many studies has been conducted to investigate the antecedents as well as the outcome of the ethical leadership in organization. So the global research growth in ethical leadership should also be concerned to see the trend of the ethical leadership. So by reviewing the past bibliometric analysis paper on ethical leadership, there are some gaps to be observed from the past studies. So one of the past studies measured the research trend of ethical leadership from the year of 1987 to 2017 only, which is leaving out the year of 2018 to 2020. In addition to that, one of the past studies on the bibliometric analysis on ethical leadership focused on the Web of Science database only, where the data could be limited from only one database. So that's why we are utilizing the Scopus database for this bibliometric analysis because it is known as one of the biggest database in the category of database. So for the method of this paper, first of all, we would like to define what is bibliometric analysis. So it is an analysis that collects the bibliographic data of other scholars in a particular field. So it is about analyzing the topic of interest and also to provide the insights for future researchers as a recommendation. So in order to conduct the search strategy for this bibliometric paper, we are focusing on this query string. After we have conducted this search strategy, we obtained 568 documents where we have already excluded the 68 review articles because we are not going to include the review articles. We are just focusing on the empirical studies. And we will proceed to the co-authorship analysis in this bibliometric analysis. So by conducting this analysis, we found out that there is a total of 70 countries that were associated with 547 scholars in the trend of ethical leadership. So the research of ethical leadership involved 8 regions in the past few years, which include Caribbean, Middle East, and others. So among the 8 regions and as well as the countries, United States has the most affiliation, which is 26 countries and 78 times of co-authorship in ethical leadership. So other than that, we are also investigating the co-occurrence analysis. So for this, we found out that there is a total of 59 keywords from 568 articles. So in order to avoid the similar keywords from repeating from the list, we have created a thesaurus file in the analysis. So after we have conducted the analysis, these are the results to be discussed. So for the trend of ethical leadership, we have retrieved 568 journal articles in these 46 years. So although decades ago, this ethical leadership research has been conducted, but the significant growth can only be seen from the year of 2010 to 2020. So from the analysis, we can see that management were the main attention in this ethical leadership research. As for the leading journals, Journal of Business Ethics is has the most number of publication with 104 publication. And among the leading journals, 7 over 10 of them were quartile 1 journals. It brings a meaning that this ethical leadership research gain the most attention from the high tier journals. As for the leading countries, United States and China dominated the 50% of the publication in ethical leadership. And 4 institutions were ranked as the top 150 best institution in World University Rankings of 2019. So it brings a meaning that the topic of ethical leadership has gained attention from the top institution from the world. So the last analysis that we have conducted is the author keywords analysis. So we have categorized the author keywords into top 4 categories in ethical leadership. So the first category is organizational behavior, where almost half of the author keywords are from OB field. So the top 2 keywords from OB field are the organizational citizenship behavior and also the organizational commitment. So this shows that the ethical leadership can promote the positive behavior such as the organizational citizenship behavior among the employees. The second category is about the relationships at workplace. So it is believed that the researchers believe that ethical leadership can improve the relationship at workplace in the form of leader-member exchange, as well as involving the trust between the leader and also the member. The third category is about the outcome of ethical leadership. So if we incorporated the ethical leadership in one organization, it can help to produce an ethical climate as well as the ethical culture. So by having these 2 kinds of climate and culture, definitely the management will be able to come up with the ethical decision-making process. So ethical leadership can be linked to other leadership styles as well. For example, the transformational leadership, servant leadership, and authentic leadership. So as a conclusion, we would like to provide some recommendation for the future bibliometric analysis paper, as well as the practical part. So the first recommendation is about the country. So from the country analysis, we follow that other countries such as the Finland and Poland are recommended to have international collaboration with leading affiliated countries to broaden their research scopes. This is because these countries are having the least collaboration with the international countries. Ethical leadership was active in the management and business area, but there was a lack of knowledge in the nursing sector. So we have acknowledged the importance of ethical leadership in nursing sector. However, there is a lacking of knowledge in the particular sector. So we would like to recommend and suggest the future researchers to conduct the ethical leadership research in nursing sector in order to promote the ethical climate in nursing sector. So lastly, it was discovered that wisdom and intelligence were new areas in examining ethical leadership when we conduct the analysis of author keyword. So this brings a meaning that it is calling for more papers and more studies in the future to examine the influence of intelligence as well as the influence of wisdom in affecting the ethical leadership. With that, I would like to end my presentation. Thank you.